An Older Women-Cougar Dating Guide. Chapter 1. Older Women Dating Young Men/Cougar Dating. Older Women/Younger Men. 1. He sees the whole me. He's capable of accepting my power in my career. Older Women. Benjamin Franklin, in advice to a young man on the choice of mistress, listed 7 reasons for preferring older women. They have greater knowledge of the world. When women cease to be pretty, they study to be good. There is no hazard in children/menopause. They are more discreet in conducting an affair. Beyond the face, the body is the same. The sin is less. Sex with a virgin could ruin her for life. Older women are more grateful. Generally, older women actively looking for younger are sexually adventurous, independent, have their own job and money, know what they want and go after it because they aren't shy anymore. They're over the insecurity of youth, they know the clock is ticking and they simply can't be bothered playing games anymore like young people, most of whom are insecure and often flirt just to stroke their ego, not because they seriously want a relationship or some casual sex. Older women looking for younger men are great for young guys since most are insecure and would like a woman to take charge, call the shots and teach them something. The advantage they have over younger women is that they're not playing games anymore. If they flirt, it's for a logical reason to attract a certain guy, whereas with a young girl, she's often just playing a game to exert her power over men to bring herself up a notch for a moment. Most young girls are shy or at least not assertive. They go out but wait for the guy to make a move. An older girl knows how to flirt, she does it, and if a guy is not interested, she doesn't fall to pieces. She's at an age where she knows no one is that special. A good guy who's attractive is a good guy who's attractive. There are a lot of them. If one is not interested, just keep moving. It's like I am with girls. Any attractive girl will do. I don't get crushed if somebody doesn't smile at me or seems cold to me. I know there are a lot of messed up people on the planet, but there are good ones too, so I don't waste my time chasing mentally ill girls, egomaniacs, or soot pussies. I'm mature enough to initiate a conversation, and within a minute I know if she's interested in me, if she wants love, or if she's looking for a guy to have some fun with for a little while. Cool, older women are like this. I would like to think of myself as a cool, older guy by now since I'm getting pretty close to 50. The big thing is that you have stay physically attractive. I know some girls my age who have kept a good form, but most haven't, particularly the recent divorcees. Act like who you are. If you're not that attractive, don't expect Casanova. If you have a slim body, age won't matter. You can keep a fresh-looking face by exercising and living a healthy lifestyle. Young guys will be attracted to older women with tight bodies, especially if they have big boobs. They don't care if they're fake. I think the cardinal sin many older women commit is that they do cosmetic things to try to look young rather than focusing on the holistic package of living young. Hair coloring looks tacky on anyone. If you don't have a great body, don't try to shove your overweight body into tight, sexy clothes meant for slim women. It will just make you look like what you are, an overweight person trying to look slim and sexy. Young men are always willing and able to have sex. An older woman can teach them that it's not all about the orgasm, that there are other novel, romantic facets of lovemaking. A horny older woman gives better sex than any young woman, and she loves it, unlike most young women who don't know how to make love like they mean it. They just lay there and take it. Older women are generally more relaxed about their lives than younger women. Younger women are so worried about how they look. Enlightened older women take care of themselves, but they are living for the experience, not worrying about how they look. The enlightened older women know how to make love better than most young ones, except for porn starlets. A good lover with a decent body is in demand everywhere, regardless of age. The deal is that if you're out flirting and you see a young, attractive girl you like, she will break eye contact and possibly play games. An older girl will look right back at you. You're not everything to her like a young girl looking to fall in love. She already has her life. You're just the icing on the cake. It's not all-encompassing like with a younger girl who wants to own you. I saw a pretty cool movie from the old days, Autumn Leaves with Joan Crawford, about a middle-aged woman and a younger guy. It is essentially about the Oedipal complex, a guy in love with a mother figure. Older women/younger men too. Age is just a number. The only thing you have to fear are yourselves. Older women are best because they always think they may be doing it for the last time. Ian Fleming, creator of James Bond. The 1967 movie The Graduate popularized the idea of an older woman seducing a younger guy, and medley of others since then. First, let's define older. I'd say a span of 5 years is necessary to make it at least marginally significant. The truth is that the extreme age differences of 15 to 20 years sometimes happen with women over 45, but the age difference is generally from 5 to 10 years, no big deal when you really think about it, especially past 40, since women outlive men by 10 years on average according to statistics anyway. The first thing to do when encountering a prospective young man is to drop the stigma both within yourself and among all your friends, some of whom in self-righteous indignation and jealousy, might try to put you down. If they do that, they weren't your friends to begin with. Such a relationship realistically shouldn't be any different from any other except maybe for society's stigma. You each share the same responsibilities and joy as anyone else. Age has nothing to do with wisdom or the ability to love, so resist the urge to say no for all the wrong reasons. Maybe there was a taboo in the past about older women with younger men and the delusion that once you hit 35, your marriage chances were all but dashed, but these days, what with all the real crap in the world, it just doesn't rate much as an issue anymore. Perhaps the emergence of women's lib during the 60s spawned an attitude among young mothers then that has rubbed off on their sons, who are now more open to the prospect of meeting older women. Or some psychologists suggest that a man raised by a single parent may be more receptive to an older woman. Who really knows? People are intelligent enough to know that love is love, regardless of age, gender, skin color, or whatever. The world's moving too fast to care anymore or make such value judgments. The facts bear out that during the middle years, most of the men are either married or hopeless bachelors, hence, there are more middle-aged women around. Statistics say that of all women marrying in their 40s, a third marry someone younger and 7% marry someone 5 or more years younger. Today's women are obviously more independent than those of even 10 years ago, and the stigma of anything seems to be fading fast. Older men have always been accepted with younger women, but now I think the scales are balancing out a bit if one can judge from audience reaction on TV talk shows. The only real stigma among the older woman/younger man phenomena as exemplified on a TV talk show was the perception that perhaps the woman is a big mama keeping this younger man, subtly suggesting that older women can't get younger men via their own charms, rather, that they have to entice them with financial disbursements and such. Other than that, the audience was fine with it. The only negative thing about it is that the women are approaching the end of their biological clocks, and some of them run around in desperate search of someone to marry so they can have a baby. Some older career women never had time for a husband and family, and now that they've made it, they want somebody. Often the only guy suitable for one of these alpha female types is a younger guy, because she'd grow bored of most guys her age, and a lot of guys her age wouldn't take her crap, whereas some young guy might, especially if she's helping him out. On the other hand, not all independent, career-oriented alpha females are battle axes. Some are feminine and nice and can capture a guy based on their femininity, not whatever power or money they might have in the world. I think it's a double-edged sword. Some of these independent career types sacrifice their personal lives for career success, then lose some of their femininity and can't fulfill the traditional fairy tale romance they really want. Some are divorcees who have let themselves go, but there are a few over 40-year-old women who still have some bona fide youthful, free-spirited spark left, and a few who haven't let the manufactured world of cosmetics and trendiness destroy them such that they all look like cheap Madison Avenue clones walking around thinking they're stylish when they really look made up and manufactured, in a word, phony. The truth is that all people who think young make the better lovers regardless of age, and if they're respectful and egalitarian, then that's as good as it gets. If you can still be real, natural, easygoing, and free, you can attract guys regardless of age. If you look like some skank out of a frivolous woman's magazine with that fake hair color, those trendy clothes, the name brand purse, the name brand shoes, forget it. No guy in his right mind will be impressed by that, so the golden rule is to be as real and natural as you can be, like some simple, spontaneous, happy, easygoing 20-year-old, even if you are 45 years old with a serious job. You have to find an easygoing guy who takes care of himself and doesn't feel threatened that you make more money than him. You need to disregard what anyone else might think, take care of your health so you can meet him on his level and discuss the issue of children with him, whether he wants them, whether you should get fertility treatments, whether you should adopt, get a tubal ligation or what. Somebody said she never took birth control pills and let nature take its course either way, whether God meant them to have a baby or not. If it's real love, don't run away just because society says it's wrong. Live with it. You know how guys are. Will he love you enough to stay after you age proportionately faster than him in the next 10 years? Some guys will leave as they hit their midlife crisis, some will stay. You have to realize you might only get several years with him before he bails, but it's probably better than nothing. Take your chances now because you only live once. 5 years with a young dude is pretty good, then after that, you can find somebody else. Don't pick some guy in awe of you because you seem so sophisticated to him. The facade will wear off. Find a guy who thinks like you and likes you for the way you think. Cool people, generally free, easygoing people who live for the spirit of life know that love defies age, so when you meet someone like that, you should know it intuitively and he should know it about you. The social norms and the statistics paint a grim picture for single women over 35 looking for mates, saying that about 5% will find them, but this is just statistics. It's not about individual people. Exceptional people make their own breaks. Older women can find nice young men if they're worth it. Older women/younger men 3. There are plenty of enlightened men out there who want serious relationships with older women, but they don't want a middle-aged dud. You have to offer them the values they want, namely somebody real, over the insecurity of youth who's mature enough not to giggle and get into lovemaking as a mature woman when the time comes. Most women who go out with younger guys never planned it. They just lived out their lives doing interesting things, met a nice guy somewhere, shared their lives with him, and soon they were falling in love. The ones that score are the ones living their lives out there. The morbid ones stay home and get more morbid. Everybody wants that spiritual connection of the same intellect, somebody who thinks and feels like them. Sad to say, but most young girls are too brainwashed by pop culture to be real at this level, so a serious guy has to find it with an older girl unless he lucks out, but there are very few mature young girls out there. Happy couples are all alike regardless of age. It's that deep soulmate connection we all want. When it happens, age is irrelevant. I believe that Ayn Rand, prominent 1950s writer, was 35 years older than her lover Nathaniel Branden, and from what I saw in the movie The Passion of Ayn Rand, they really loved each other both physically and spiritually, but he eventually left her for someone younger and she lashed out at him with all the venom she had, but for that one brief moment, they loved each other passionately. I liked what she said at the end, that love is our highest ideals made real. It's the highest, most glorious thing we can aspire to. Even she, the great, unflinching intellectual, turned to mush on the question of love. Life has no reason. There are no rules except for what makes you feel right, as long as you don't hurt others. There are no guarantees in anything in life. You've really got nothing to lose. You can't please everyone, but you've got to please yourself. A lot of guys in general are turned off by young girls because they're so frivolous and don't understand the realities of the real world and making a living, but older ones do, so it's more common ground. Men feel that older women in general know what's going on. Older girls don't have all those insecurity issues a lot of the young girls still do. People are either on your side or not. If they're critics, they're probably jealous. A lot of children don't want their mother to remarry, even a younger man. Don't take it personally. It's just that some people like a relative fear losing the connection they had with the woman getting married. Divorcees are good regardless of age. If you're both divorced but he's 10 years younger, that's good because there's a common ground there. Don't be afraid to feel like a schoolgirl again. Love never changes. It's always the same regardless of age. Oftentimes, there are just enough similarities and just enough differences between a May-December couple to keep it interesting, balanced, and fun. Looks are part of it, but the other part is that soulmate connection that a lot of guys want that they can't find with all the many Madison Avenue brainwashed pop culture flakes thinking they're all that because they got slim waists, big boobs, colored hair, trendy clothes, and that god-awful, I'm all that, go girl, arrogant, elitist attitude like some queen on an ego trip. Forget it. Find me somebody real, warm, and mature over all that crap. If she's older, so what? It's irrelevant. I see older women around who are quite attractive by appearance and one would expect have better personalities than a young un simply by virtue of maturity. I've been fooled several times underestimating the ages of older ladies. I've seen 40-ish women who'd knock the pants off any young un any day. It should rightfully be a non-issue. Relationships are based largely on emotion, that's what it's all about. Age is an arbitrary number, it's really all a state of mind, so if you feel good about yourself and you're an active, perky older lady, don't worry about it, wrinkles and all. That's part of your beauty. Someone who will love you for you, warts, gray hair, wrinkles and whatever. It isn't that bad and it isn't worth worrying about despite what all the TV commercials and the magazine ads want you to think about youthful beauty. A true beauty grows old gracefully. Some critics cite a lack of shared history as the basis for why such relationships can't work, but I can't see that as being any more than a minor inconvenience in love. In fact, it should be a boom since it gives each other something to talk about to fill the other in on. Some younger guy will go for you if that's what you want, but you have to have something to offer. You have to be perky, intelligent, and all that good stuff with empathy and self-esteem. They're out there waiting. Some men prefer older ladies. Part of it could be that psychobabble guck about the Oedipus complex, you know, the subconscious need for a mother figure, but many men seek out older women because they don't particularly want the baggage of a younger, naive, self-centered kind of girl who is insecure about herself and toys with her sexual power over men. Many young guns are like that underneath them slim, sexy bodies, and many men just don't want it or need it. Older women have been there, they're more mature. It means a lot both in and out of the bedroom. Try to eliminate the ambivalent hesitation if you connect with a younger man, and don't be self-conscious or scared off about introducing this guy to your friends and family. People are more enlightened and accepting than you might think. It's wonderful, you're in love. Your parents will probably be thinking that he's using you. Well, that's to be expected, I guess. You will just have to prove them wrong. And then there's kids, your kids. They might be jealous too, not because of the age thing, that could be an excuse. The real reason is because the new, younger man is invading their turf. You can try to tame them, but if that doesn't work, just keep it neutral until they see how happy you are. It could be a particularly difficult adjustment if you're all living under the same roof, i.e., territory, personal space. It could come down to the nature of the beast, invasion of territory, primal warfare thing, what ya do. Don't try to buy them, try to show respect with authority. If you, as the woman and head of the house, buddy up too much to your kids, they may try to turn it on you and exploit you, then your credibility's gone. You have to show that you're the moral authority in the house. The mind games could get deep, but keep it all simple and out in the open. Older women/younger men 4. Let's talk the psychology of the matter from the woman's point of view. She's worried that her looks are slipping. Can she keep up? What about having a baby in her 40s? She's close to his mother's age. What will friends say? It's called live and learn. You take the plunge and wing it from there. If you're a nice person, none of it should matter. You have no control over what others think, so it's best to ignore it all and be yourself. Goodness will prevail as it always should. The important thing to note is that many younger men out there don't have the stigma of ageism in their minds. They will be more than willing to date an older woman if given half the chance. The first rule of thumb in meeting a younger man, or anyone for that matter, is not to anticipate it. Don't play the stupid games in the singles bars or with deceptive ads. If you use them, don't get taken by the kind of men you'd meet if you were desperate. What I'm saying is that there are young guys out there looking for older sugar mama women who are gonna support them and get sucked in by them. Watch out for them sharks. There's a lot of them around. Approach life with a positive view, venture out into the world and do things, whatever they may be. It's not only good for your soul, but you will be a light to the world if you approach life thus. Seek out friendships other than lovers first. Men love someone successful, relaxed and self-assured, so approach it from that headspace. You might be a little apprehensive or shy, but you can overcome that with time and a willingness to go out and face the world. Once again, I remind myself that when us humans fall in love regardless of age, we go off gushing like little school kids. That's fine, it's a pretty wonderful experience overall. You probably been through it before, so perhaps you've learned from past mistakes and will get it right the second or third time around. A possible advantage with younger men is less baggage. Many older men come with lots of baggage, former wives, kids, etc., not so younger men, so it could be a simpler relationship from that point of view. Conversely, many younger men are immature in some ways due to lack of experience, so keep an eye out for that. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter: competition from younger women and the increasing disparity with the onset of age. You may think you will get older and uglier while he gets more distinguished looking. Some men like older women by look, but to many men in a mutually satisfying relationship, it's not that important an issue once they get to know you and you do take some effort in taking care of yourself, like just wearing nice clothes, washing and not eating like Miss Piggy. They're not dumb. They know what's going on. If they wanted a younger woman, they wouldn't be there with you. Don't forget, they isn't spring chickens anymore either, assuming you're over 40 and they're around 30, which is the most typical older women/younger men relationship age range. The fair maidens isn't gonna exactly all be running after them, so the best you can do is not worry about what ifs and concentrate on being a decent, loving person and a good friend. Menopause is a myth filled with negative connotations. Actually, from a biological point of view, nothing changes except for the termination of menstruation, therefore sexual ability and functioning remain completely intact. In fact, it could get better with age if you allow it to. There are several different scenarios as to the prospect of a baby. She doesn't want one but he does. She can't have them even if she wants them. She wants one before it's too late but he doesn't, and both or neither want one. The major difference from younger women is the biological clock. There are no easy answers and attitudes often change. What you may feel right now may be different in 6 months or 2 years, so don't do anything drastic that may prevent your ability to conceive. And there are alternative means that can allow you to conceive a baby well into your 50s. You must be aware that such a child would reach maturity as you proceed on into the golden years, so, there's no right or wrong answer here, just the need for thoughtful consideration. You could do the Russian roulette approach and leave it in God's hands. If the baby comes, great; if not, well, that's the way it was meant to be. As for adoption, some places frown on older couples adopting babies, so check it out well in advance if you're thinking about it. There may be some things to work out in an older women/younger men relationship that goes against the traditional mores of society, such as who's the breadwinner of the family, who controls the money, who pays the bills. In the traditional family, it was always the men, but in this case, the woman may be earning more than the man. Nevertheless, it shouldn't put her above him on the hierarchy. There shouldn't be a hierarchy. Simply try to resolve it between yourselves as a mutually equitable, loving couple. Case closed. There are no easy answers, just work on it. There's the issue of the impending death of the woman later on, leaving the man there by himself. Well, first off, nobody seemed to mind when it was the older man with the younger women, and secondly, statistically, women outlive men, so that kinda evens it out. You will both die at about the same time. Who cares anyway? It's a moot point. You cross that bridge when you come to it. Just remember that your love for each other should be the catalyst that keeps you growing young together. Finally, the man that chooses to be with an older woman must, by definition, be special in his own way simply by having the strength of character to pursue such a relationship when society tells him from all angles to pick a younger mate. Hence, he must also have the wisdom to see through it all and really love you for who you are, and that's more than many people get out of a lifetime. Watch the 1990 movie White Palace with Susan Sarandon, especially the parts where the guy is reluctant to let his social circle know he's dating an older girl because society has such a negative stigma about a younger guy with an older girl, implying that he's a failure, a poor hunter or something like that. The stereotype is always the guy regardless of age with the young girl, so any guy with an older girl will always feel the enormous negative social pressure against him on some level. That one line from her note sums it up: "You can't look me in the eye and say I don't embarrass you." But of course it's a movie, so he gets his girl at the end, but I wonder how many guys have rejected girls they loved because they were maybe 5 or so years older than them. In the movie he was 27, she was 43. He was the straight-laced workaholic, she was the free-spirited one from the low-class side of the tracks. There's a 1978 movie kicking around called In Praise of Older Women with Karen Black and Tom Berenger, based on Stephen Vincenzi's novel of the same name. Valerie Gibson has written a book, Cougar, a guide for older women dating younger men. Gold digger men / not a player, looking for an easy ride. He's charming. He tells you what you want to hear. Tell them what they want to hear, even if it's all bull, then keep apologizing and making up. To achieve sexual intimacy while not getting involved is easy. Either be straight up or lie like hell and pretend you love the girl even though you don't. Young girls are the most naive. They don't realize men will lie like crazy to have sex just once, then they'll take off. Lots of older women who are ugly, plain, or overweight will fall for a charming con artist. The player's weapon is charm. He or she cannot be empathetic or compassionate. It's not in their makeup, but they are very well aware of how to use compassion and charm to sweep their victims off their feet. They seem like nice people at the beginning because of the novelty effect, but their emotional shallowness quickly shows through. If someone comes onto you who seems too good to be true, and you know that in the pecking order, you're not really dazzling, special stuff, keep your eyes wide open. Don't delude yourself into thinking that this person loves you for you. I would bet they're a player / con artist simply because there aren't too many people around wonderful enough to be worthy of being swept off their feet, and there aren't too many great sincere charmers around. Get real. If you're a generic, middle-aged dame and some guy comes onto you treating you like the Queen of Egypt, you know that he's fantasizing about young women, as all men do, so watch it. I personally feel that most young men are players because they are curious about life and want to learn about sex. They are not looking for love but girls that might have sex with them. This is the way most young men think. They're not true players, just temporary players trying to learn about life. When a guy is in a player state of mind, he will say and do things purely for the possibility of a booty call. He doesn't care about the girl per se, just in the possible opportunity to have sex with her. Girls are different. They're looking for love. There are very few good time girls around. Gold diggers, yes, but not good time girls out just for a good time, unlike young guys who are always out for a good time. To me, the definition of a player is someone who strives to manipulate another person for their own gain in some way instead of trying for friendship and love. They exploit others for their pleasure without thinking of the other person's feelings. A player is someone who is acting sincere on the outside but is playing a woman or several women at the same time for either sex and affection, money and material things, or both. A player is easy to identify. If a guy is not looking for love but pretends to in order to get sex or money, he is a player. If a guy is out there saying he's out for a good time, This means he's out for casual sex if the opportunity presents itself. He is not a player because he is making his intentions known up front. Players date more than one woman at the same time while trying to keep them all a secret from each other. Casual sex dudes don't hide the fact that they are dating several women all at the same time. Players are hit and run artists. They would rather go to a girl's place or a hotel than theirs because they know it's harder to get someone out of their house than to leave. They also prefer to take phone numbers than give them because they don't like to be tracked down. If you're dating a guy who doesn't want to take you to his place or give you his home phone number, he could be a player or could be just a poor dude ashamed of his crib. If a guy is cheap on dates, he could just be poor, but he could also be a player who is not interested in you enough romantically to spend money on you. If you catch a guy in several lies, no matter how small, that's a warning sign. Honorable men with good intentions have no reason to lie. If a guy is more interested in sex rather than making love with a warm touch and a warm embrace, chances are he's a player. Players don't stop once they're married. They keep playing the field saying they're not married. If you're dating a guy who is generally inconsiderate of others, that's a big red flag that he will cheat on you if the situation presents itself. I've observed gold digger men in two capacities. Firstly, if you look in any gay paper with ads, you will see a lot of young guys advertising themselves as housey boys for wealthy older gay men, and the older gay guys doing the same thing, looking for young guys to live with or have sex with on a regular basis in exchange for money and favors. Secondly, if you watch the TV talk and the investigative reports shows, you will invariably come across a few profiling these mostly middle-aged guys who don't look particularly dashing or strikingly handsome, but there's a subculture of them on the lookout for lonely middle-aged and older women who may not be rich but live comfortable lives. So this guy comes in, charms them all to hell, gives them all kinds of attention, adds a little spice to their otherwise mundane lives, probably lies about himself and his alleged dashing past. The girl gets smitten, may marry him or take him in, he rides it for what he can get, then usually cleans her out in one shot and disappears, leaving her heartbroken and in financial difficulty, and they end up on talk shows crying about it. Some of them pick an obscure celebrity like a racing car driver or an offensive tackle in the NFL, say they're that person, get a newspaper clipping made up or some other phony stuff like an NFL player's ID card, masquerade as him, meet women, then they say they lost their credit cards, they're investment rich but cash poor because all their money is tied up in investments, so they ask the girl to help them out. I offer a few resources for background checks in this book. Especially with the advent of internet dating, you don't know who you're getting involved with, so sneak a look in his wallet when he's either sleeping or taking a shower, write his full name, date of birth and social security number down, and pay $50 or so to check him out. If he's got criminal convictions in fraudulent matters, watch out. Even if he doesn't, don't lend money to your new boyfriend for his newfangled business venture with a promise you will get it back. Honorable guys simply don't ask girlfriends for money. They got their own. These gold digger guys are experts at putting the hook in by doing nice things for you, then they ask for a little favor at first, like a loan of $50 which they repay. They will do this a few times to get your confidence, then ask for the big loan. They're also experts at making you feel guilty, like telling you that love knows no bounds, there are no conditions in love, that they'd do it for you if you needed it, etc. So my point is, if you're middle-aged, but it works for all ages, and your new boyfriend hits you up for money, don't play that game if you don't want to be a sucker. If the guy doesn't have his own money, don't waste your time unless you have plenty to burn in exchange for a fling with charming con artist. In essence, most male gold diggers are not like girl gold diggers who go after rich guys simply because the numbers are not there. There are just a few rich single women around readily available at public places, so gold digger men generally look for any middle-class girl they can ride for a while. One guy targeted the rich ones at horse stables. Horse stables, golf courses, uppity health spas, dance studios, and society functions are the only places I can think of where rich women might hang out. The horse mafia in the Chicago was a group of middle-aged con men who went around befriending wealthy, lonely, middle-aged, and older women and got them to invest in show horses which were really over-the-hill useless horses. The Arts and Entertainment Network on TV has a show called Intimate Deceptions from the series The Point, which you can buy at aetv.com if you're interested. Beware of charmers seducing you for ulterior motives. There was a British TV show that went after dating scammers online and in real life, but it wasn't very good, but they never confronted the con artist in real life. They just phoned the guy and confronted him, but there were enough of them to justify a TV show. There was a woman's daughter on a talk show. The mother got scammed by a guy with a fake picture who turned out to be someone in Nigeria. She sent the guy a bunch of money, went to Europe to visit him, whereupon she disappeared. Don't fall in love with a photograph or a voice. There are all kinds of video phone services. At least see who you're dating to see if he or she matches the picture. There is a recent documentary about a Tinder con artist from Israel. If anybody asks you for money for any reason, stop communicating with that person. In the courtship game, there's a certain class of people that could be arguably called con artists or gold diggers if they're doing it to rob you of material things, but quite often these people just have an ego/power issue. They wanna feel they're sexual bombshells and great romantic lovers who can sweep anyone off their feet, control them without the victim knowing they're being exploited, and reassure themselves that they're great powerful charmers and/or seductresses. Men and women alike are like this, but it seems mostly women, since their value out in public is at least partially determined by their sex appeal, and a lot of them take it to heart, trying to become sex goddesses, sirens, divas, or vamps. Take your choice of word, but essentially it's the Marilyn Monroe type, the Rita Hayworth or modern-day pop stars who try to come off as super sexy people, but it's often about power more so than about sex or caring for the victim in any semblance of a real way. They get a thrill out of wrapping people up around their little fingers, often with the people not even knowing it, so it's a boost to their ego and whatever other perks they can get out of it. Some women try to seduce the unapproachable man like a priest or a teacher to prove to themselves they're sexually dynamic and can manipulate anybody. Others like to vanquish powerful people like politicians and businessmen for the thrill of power and the material perks. Slick Willie was a seducer in the player definition of the term, but Monica was too, as a not-so-attractive girl who felt power by having sex with men in powerful positions. She had a history of it, she had done it before with other men, so it was tied up into her ego, how she felt about herself. Whereas a normal person would want you to walk away from a social encounter thinking they were great and/or very intelligent, a charmer would want you to walk away thinking that you're great and special because he made you feel that way, often without you even realizing he's just playing you. They want to make you fall in love with them by showering you with attention, giving you compliments, making you feel good and special, and giving you interesting and exciting experiences in a whirlwind romance. But once they got you, they will either use you for a while to serve their purpose, whatever it may be, sexual, monetary, or ego, or they might dump you right away because they got what they wanted, a shot to their ego as great sexual romantic beings, and move on to the next one. In the criminal realm, we hear about the psychopath or sociopath, people without a conscience who do what they want criminally and feel nothing for their victims except that they got caught when they do. In the courtship realm, charmers/seducers are exactly the same. They feel nothing for the people they string along but are great at projecting that illusion. Charmers are narcissists, they love themselves, they don't really need other people, they just need the ego boost of playing other people and manipulating them for their own benefit. We all know who we are in the pecking order. If you're an average-looking middle-aged woman or a nerdy-looking rich guy, you know no one's gonna come out of the blue and come onto you like you're the greatest, sexiest human being since Marilyn Monroe. So if you find someone giving you lots of attention and know you isn't a prize relatively speaking in the grand scheme of things, beware of ulterior motives. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're as special as this person is making you feel about yourself. This is the con artist's greatest weapon. Psychics use this tool to butter up their clients. They tell them fascinating visionary things about themselves, the clients like them and keep coming back for more. The movies make a big point about showing some nerdy guy getting the girl or some average, Older girl meeting her prince charming, but this doesn't happen to average people in real life. It only happens if you're a prize, a nice and beautiful girl with a sense of innocence and sweetness to her, or an accomplished guy with an athletic build to go along with it. It doesn't happen to anyone else. You will meet someone at your level, an average person like you, then it might be real, but it could be a charmer. If you meet someone attracted to you obviously out of your league, be wary for the seductress syndrome. Those several older so-called celebrities who have married younger women, and a few older women marrying younger men, don't fool me. Despite what delusions they live under thinking their wives really love them, it's not the dashing love of a soulmate. It's more like he's a kind, generous guy with money and status who treats me nice. I could do worse. I will stick with him until either the divorce or the funeral, then I will be on easy street. Maybe there are no victims, only volunteers. If some young girl seduces some old dude with money, who's to say the old guy doesn't know what's going on but plays along because it's better than being alone? If you're worth billions of dollars but old and nerdy, what's the big deal with paying out a few million for fake love? When some guy came onto some plain Jane middle-aged girl and took her for a seductive ride, after he got arrested for scamming other women in the same manner, she stuck by him in jail paying his legal fees because he made her feel good, did romantic things with her which to her was infinite smally better than being alone, and even though she found out he was bad news, she still went along because she wanted to believe in this fantasy delusion, so she was a willing conspirator in the process of being seduced by allowing it to happen. The morale is to keep your feet on the ground. People rarely come out of nowhere to start showering the compliments on, and if they do, it had better be to someone who is objectively a prize by anyone's standards, not just some average person being taken advantage of. Trust your intuition. Smooth guys are great liars. They can lie while looking you in the eye. The way you catch them is the inconsistencies in the stories they tell over and over, or other inconsistencies like saying they were a race car driver for 10 years, then an Arctic explorer for 10, a stockbroker for 10, and a jet setter for 10 years, and they're only 40 years old. Or the guy says he was in the army, so you ask him what his regiment was, where he was posted, etc. Then you find out if these regiments and bases actually exist. When someone is not a good liar, you can watch them think because they pause as they make up the story in their minds. Good liars often have their stories all figured out from half-truths in their past. Joe Blow might tell you he was a Navy SEAL, Special Forces, Green Beret undercover CIA agent, but the truth is that he was a cook at a training base. Be wary if you catch him in lies when he repeats stories with slightly different details or seems to have forgotten that he once told you he was a Green Beret. How elusive is he about his past? It could be nothing, but it could be everything. Personally, I live in the present. I don't like to talk about the past simply because it's done. I don't want to deal with it anymore. What kind of ties does he have to the community? Some nice guys could be loners, but some fairly well-connected guys could be skunks, like the guy I saw posing as a minister with lots of friends while being a con man underneath it all. Has he ever asked you for a loan or presented you with a great investment or money-making scheme? Good people don't ask friends for loans. Do you notice things missing in your home? Always check after he leaves. Even set him up by leaving X number of dollars in your wallet or purse and laying it close to him, looking like you're unconcerned and careless, but you actually know the exact amount of money there. Set up a hidden camera, then tell him you're going to take a quick shower or going to use the bathroom. You will capture the real him on film. Don't give him your keys. He could make duplicates and come by to steal your car some night. Be wary of your credit cards, ATM cards, checkbook, bank statements, stock certificates, etc. Keep them under lock and key and hidden. Get his social security number, birthdate and full name by snooping on him, then run it through some of the websites mentioned earlier to do a criminal and credit check. Hire a pie if you want. If you break up with a questionable guy, immediately check all your financial accounts, and if anything is missing, tell them to cancel it and send you a new card. If he knew your PIN, get a new one. Does he promise you the moon with big words but never delivers, only keeps putting it off to someday in the future? Does he miss a lot of dates with you? Does he carry a cell phone around? Does he receive phone calls he doesn't want you to hear? Chapter 2. A Cougar Dating Website Guide. Cougar Dating Advice Websites. Book called Cougar, a guide for older women dating younger men. aarp.org/family/articles/cougars_and_their.html. agelesslove.com. americanwomensuck.com/forum/index.php. associatedcontent.com/article/25279/older_women_dating_younger_men.html. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/age_disparity_in_sexual_relationships. everythingjamaican.com/jamaicatalk/t3324. forums.plentyoffish.com. getSexyNow.com/seduction/how-to-attract-older-woman.html. mendatingmanual.com/dating/advice/dating_older_woman.html. overthehill.info/articles_p/women_p.html. readatsociety.com, social group, women over 50. womenshealth.com/board/dating/8795cougardating.html. Cougar MILF dating websites 1. These are women over 40 looking for younger men for sex and/or marriage. allcougarwomen.com. BamyToyboy.com. Beyondage.com/best-cougar-dating-site-review. ca.icougardating.net. Cougar.com. Cougar.dating. Cougara.com. Cougarchats.com. Cougardate.ca. Cougardate.co.uk. Cougardate.com. Cougardate.online. Cougardate.org. Cougar-dating.ca. Cougar-dating.co.uk. Cougar-dating.com. Cougardating.singles. Cougardatingclub.co.uk. Cougardatingfun.com. Cougar-dating-guide.com/cougar-dating-sites. Cougardatingsite.net. Cougardatingsite.org. Cougar.com. Cougarfling.com. Cougargaming.com. Cougarhangout.com. Cougarhunter.ca, Canada. Cougarlife.com. Cougarloving.com. Cougarlure.com. Cougarmatching.com. Cougarmilfdating.com. Cougarmingle.com. Cougarpassions.com. Cougarperfection.com. Cougarplanet.com. Cougarroot.com. Cougars.net. Cougars69.com. Cougarsandcubs.ca. Cougarsdatingsites.com. Cougarsdatingwebsites.com. Cougarseekingmen.com. Cougarshag.co.uk. Cougarsmeet.com. Cougartreat.com. Cougarwomendating.net. Cougarwoo.com. cupidslibrary.com/categories/cougar. datacougar.com. dateolderwomen.com. facebook.com/pages/cougar-dating. findamaaturewoman.com. freecougardatingsites.com. gocougar.com. hotcougardating.com.au. icougardating.co.uk. icougardating.com. intergenerationaldating.net. itsjustanumber.com. e12cougar.com. kisscougar.com. localmilfselfies.com. Cougar MILF dating websites 2. lonelywives.com. match.com/USA/Washington/cougar/women.html. matchmaker.com/mm/dating/washington-cougar.htm. maturedatingjk.co.uk. maturelocaldating.com. maturematchonline.com. blinks.com/video/cougar dating. Maxidate.com/dating resources /cougardating.html. Meetacougar.org. Meetcougars.ca. MiamiBombshells.com. MILFDate.com. MILF-date.com. MILFDatelink.com. MILFdating.com. MILFdating.com.au. MILFdb.com/cougar-dating-younger-men. MILFmature.net. MILF-shag.com. MILFwoo.com. MyCougarDates.com/ca. NoStringsDating.net/ca/cougar-dating. OlderWomenDating.com. Only-4-u.com/older.htm. PlayCougar.com. ReviewCougarDating.com. SeekCougar.com. SeekingCougar.com. SingleCougarMatch.com. SingleLocalMilfs.com. SingleScene.net/cougar_relationships.html. Technorothy.com/tag/cougar+dating. Toyboy.com. Toyboyclub.com. Toyboywarehouse.com. Twitter.com/cougar_dating. Twitter.com/cougarsites. UrbanCougar.com. UrbanCougars.com. wikihow.com/no-if-a-woman-is-a-cougar. YouTube.com, Cougar Dating. Sugar Mama dating websites. Many of the sugar daddy dating websites have sugar mamas on them. There are lesbian sugar mamas, wealthy women looking for a girl. CougarLife.com. Datamillionaire.com. Datingforrichpeople.com. Loverow.com/millionaire-dating.htm. Lveshak.org/forums. SeekingsUgarMama.com. Sugamama.com. SugarDaddy.com. SugarDaddyForm.com, look up Sugar Mama. SugarMama.com, how to find a sugar mama. SugarMamaCupid.com. SugarMamaMatch.com. SugarMamaMeet.com. SugarMommyLove.com. Women's Cougar websites. aarp.org/relationships/love-07-2009/cougars-and-their-cubs.html, Cougars and their cubs, an interview with Cougars from AARP. abcnews.go.com/PRI-me-time/health/story?ID=7315999 page =1, ABC News, Are More Older Women with Younger Men, features the origins of the term cougar and comments by Cubs and Cougars. Datacougar.info, Date a Cougar, How to Date a Cougar Woman, offers tips on finding a cougar. ehow.com/how_7711759_cougar-woman.html, ehow.com, How to Find a Cougar Woman, provides the steps to finding and approaching an older woman. fiercewomendish.wordpress.com/2008/04/21/cougars, Fierce Women Dish, Cougars, Dating and Double Standards, a discussion with 5 women about cougars. Village.com.au/article/2003/01/11041990142830.html, What Women Want is a Younger Man, article discusses the statistics on age groups and relationships. At theage.com.au. The genderblender-blog.wordpress.com/2009/04/1/she-is-a-woman-not-a-cougar, The Gender Blender blog, She is a woman, not a cougar. The writer states that calling a woman a cougar is ageist and sexist. TheRealCougarWoman.com, The Real Cougar Woman, Linda Franklin offers a club for women over 40, articles and advice. WebMD.com/sex-relationships/guide/older-woman-younger-man-relationships, WebMD, older woman/younger man relationships. Almost 1/3 of women between ages 40 and 69 are dating younger men, defined as 10 or more years younger. Article by Jean Lawrence looks at the reasons and the myths. Chapter 3. A Women's Male Escort Guide. Male escorts for women, the gigolo industry. Most male escorts are gay, some are bi, some are straight. The money is in servicing guys, so that's what they do. Very few women use male escorts, but some do. The business exists. I read that 2% of all women have used an escort. I was looking through male escort websites. There are lots of straight male escorts for women in England and Australia. As sex work becomes more legal, males escorting will spread. You might find ads of male gigolos in the personals or business personals section of your newspaper or through escort agencies that typically cater to men. If you're a wealthy middle-aged woman, you could always put an ad in the paper. Generous middle-aged lady seeking educated young man for fun times. Prostitution is legal in Australia. There's a male brothel in Melbourne for women. They pick who they want out of a catalogue, then get a 2-hour treatment complete with bath, massage, etc. They say the average age of clientele is about 40 years old. I found one other reference to a brothel made up of men catering to women located at Liebstadt, Switzerland, called Angels. If anybody knows anything more about this emerging field, please send me the information. Some books on the subject are as follows. Mail Order, Life Stories from Boys Who Sell Sex, Barbara Gibson, 1995. Tokyo Vanilla, Thomas Boggs, 1998. Underworld, Don DeLillo, 1998. There are 2 pop culture movies out about male escorts. American Gigolo with Richard Gere, 1980, drama. Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, with Rob Schneider, 1999, comedy. Straight male escort for women websites. 1. There is a straight male escort industry dominated by a few websites listed below. This is not necessarily for sex. They provide male escorts for social occasions. I've seen some old guys in the profiles. They aren't hot sexy stuff. It's left up to the players involved. Craigslist and Kijiji claim to have gotten rid of escort ads, but you can look under personal services. I think Backpage.com/male escorts is gone. Every mid-sized city has an alternative newspaper that you can find in the free newspaper racks at the library or outside the entrance to Walmart. There are ads and local dating websites listed in them. 5starcompanionship.com, adultsearch.com, allamericanmaleescorts.com, bigapplerentboys.com, bigcocksociety.com, boyscourt.com, mostly gay but claims to be heterosexual too, canadianmaleescorts.com, companionsforwomen.com, cowboysforangels.com, dukesofdaisy.com, eros.com, escortbook.com, javiaguest.com, independentmaleescorts.com, latinomaleescorts.com, lonestarmaleescorts.com, majesticmaleagency.com, malecompanionsforwomen.com, malerecruitment.com, male companions for women, UK escorts, openadultdirectory.com, sexycortads.com, top100maleescorts.com, ukadultzone.com/straight-male-escorts.html, uncutmaleescorts.com, vince4ladies.com, windycitystuds.com, straight male escort for women websites too, nightofpleasures.com, Toronto, Canada, toronto.nowtoronto.com/male-escorts/classified/disclaimer ? Category, canadianmail.com, male escort listing website, bangkokmaleescort.com, a personalized male escort service provider for women, sydney-male-escorts.com, Australia, melbourne-male-escorts.com, Male Escorts UK Best Escorts for Women, ukadultzone.com/male-escorts-uk.html, Straight male escorts for women. Me and Mrs. Jones dating. Mean DMRs jonesdating.co.uk. vancouvergigolo.blogspot.ca. mymalecompanion.com.au. Sydney Swingers Couples. Melbourne Male Escort. Brisbane. torontomail.com. Gay male escort website. escortforcouples.com. Bangkok. ladycoral.com/escorts. Para Mujeres. Barcelona, Spain. escorts.ca. Canada. Escort Work, Diamond UK, male and female escorts. diamonduk.info. toplessvegasonline.com/straight-male-escorts-for-women. malecanada.com/escort/index.php. Canada. London-male-escorts.com. gentlemanforhire.com. UK. VIP Male Companion for Women.com. Dubai. aphrodisiacmaleescorts.com.au. mistikemen.com. Sydney Male Escorts. yourlovers.ca. dubaisex.com. sydneymaleescort.com. escortsforwomen.com. Sydney, Australia, and worldwide. parklaneandmayfair.com/male-escorts.html. London. escort.sexcia.com/amsterdam_male.html. escort-ireland.com/escort/male-escorts.html. Melbourne. adamforrellleaves.com. Male escort websites, gay and straight one. Male escorts for gays are sometimes called male for male. eros-guide.com/men/links. conciirgdumond.com. conciirgdumond.com/forum. allamericanmaleescorts.com. answers.com/topic/male-prostitute. bangkok-male-escorts.com. beaumonde.net. bigapplerentboys.com. bigcocksociety.com. bitethebrown.com/site/call-boys-cash. bodyworkformen.com, Atlanta, GA, gay. bristolscourts.freeuk.com. brothalspersonals.biz. canadianmaleescorts.com. cowboysforwrangles.com. erosmaleescorts.com. escortcommunity.com/male_escorts. escortpersonalads.com. escortproviders.com. escortsforwomen.com, Bangkok, Thailand. Male escorts, for women only. escortsforwomenresearch.com. escorttown.com. fantasiescourtjobs.com/male_escort.html. gigolojake.com, a world-class male escort for women in Vancouver, BC. gigolojess.com, Boston. gigolos.co.za, gigolos, directories, South. gigolo-services.com, The Man's Company, Vossen, Holland. IndependenceScortsBoston.com. IndependenceScortWorld.com. cappylovitz.com/gigolo.htm. Male escort websites, gay and straight too. LatinoMaleEscorts.com. LondonLads.com, londonlads.co.uk. LoneStarMaleEscorts.com. MalaysCourtForWomen.net, Boston. MalaysCourtReview.com. Monkist.com, gay. MenForRentNow.com. MyManFriend.com, Bangkok, Thailand. Male escort, for women. OneHotMassage.com, San Francisco, gay. Rentboy.com. s2r.co.uk, gay massage, London. s-court.com/gigolo-amsterdam.htm, links to escorts worldwide. sexwa.net/private.html, private escorts in Perth, Western Australia. siguk.co.uk/Scotland-on-Sunday.asp, straight males. six.com.au/massage, gay. somacho.com. stallionfalelforce.com, male escort, NYC. studfiles.com. tantricmassage.com, gay men. thegaymalebody.com/adult/escorts. top100maleescorts.com. uk-escort.net. ukmaleescort.dirtyhosting.com. uncutmaleescorts.com. us-escort.net. clworkingboys.net. windycitystuds.com. workingboysnetwork.com. yelp.com/topic/san-francisco-male-escort-agencies. Termas Leblin. Rua Br. De Torre 522. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Sep 22411. 287-8899. Male escorts for female customers, 9 o'clock until 3 in the afternoon, Monday to Friday, regular brothel for men during the other times. Lesbian escort websites. You can go on adultfriender.com, alt.com, flirt.com, and fling.com looking for paid lesbian escorts. You can put up your own ad on Craigslist or Kijiji saying you're looking for a lesbian escort in your town. Most women in the sex biz servicing men will service women. It's easier for them to deal with a woman than a man. Many of the girls in those girly bars in Bangkok, Pattaya, or Phuket will accept your invitation to pay their bar fee then go off with them. It's all about money for them. Contact any escort in the world at eros.com or openadultdirectory.com and ask her if she'll take a woman client. There are lesbian singles travel cruises and tours. Lesbian sex tourism is in Lesbos, Mytilene, in Greece, Bangkok, and Pattaya in Thailand. sexstarguidebook.org/lesbian.html, short article. amsterdam-advisor.com/amsterdam-red-light.html. bangkokdiaries.com. balizegaytravel.com. bestgaytravelguide.com. bluechipgirls.com/lesbian-escorts-in-London. budapestscort.hu. dailyextra.com/travel. duo-escorts.co.uk. escort.sexcia.com/escorts_lesbian.php. escortdirectory.com. firstcallescorts.co.uk/lesbian-escorts.php. gaytias.com. guidemag.com. happygaytravel.com/lesbian.html. happymassage.com. iglta.org. livingthai.org/bisexual-escort-service-in-bangkok.html. olivia.com. outtraveler.com. prog-escort.biz. punternet.com. purpleoofs.com. redlight.com. redlight.tv. redlightadelaide.com. redlightauckland.com. redlightbrisbane.com. redlightcentre.com. redlightdistrict.co.il. redlightgoldcoast.com. redlightpages.com.au. redlightperth.com. redlight-seduction.com. redlightsexstrips.com. redlightsydney.com. redlightworld.com. selectscortservices.co.uk. sexteenstravel.com. signaturevacations.com/gay-lesbian-travel-vacations.asp. societyservice.com/escorts. stripperweb.com. tourismandmore.com/the-gay-and-lesbian-tourism-market. womantravelblog.com/category/women-travelers/lesbian-travel. yellowpages.com, lesbian escort services. Lesbian dating websites. Try this formula. .outladies.com. alabama.outladies.com. ohio.outladies.com. 2b2.com/lesbian-dating. adultmatchfirm.com, alllesbiannation.com, classicdykes.com, dykefinder.com, executivelesbiandating.com, femfriend.com, femfriend, femmatch.com, flirtfair.ca, gay.matchmaker.com/mm/lesbian-personals, gaydargirls.com, gaygirldate.com, gaygirldate, gaygirlnet.com, gaylesbiansingles.com, gay-parship.com, girlbarmatch.com, girldates.com, girlfriendsmeet.com, girls-parship.com, girlsthatlikegirls.com, girl2girl.com, girl2girl, ldate.com, lesbian dating ads, lesbian.adultfriendfinder.com, lesbian.alt.com, lesbian.sexyads.com, lesbianamateurmatch.com, lesbian-dating.biz, lesbian-datingonline.net, lesbian dating websites. No one reviews.com, lesbianfriendspot.com, lesbianlovedates.com, lesbianpersonals.com, lesbian-personals.hot-ads.net, lesbianpersonalsonline.com, lesbiansclick.com/online_communities/index.html, lesbiansonly.com, lesbianzoulmate.com, lesbocanada.com/ourgirls.shtml, lesbotronic.com, meetup.com/casual-lesbian-relationships, casual lesbian relationships, Brooklyn, New York, my-happy-pussy.net, lesbian personals, etc., Montreal, myspace.com/happy_endings, female, New York swingers, olivia.com, outladies.com, pinkcupid.com, planetsapifo.com, shuansu.com, singlesnet.com, strap-on.org, straponsexdating.com, technodike.com/dating/bystate, thelword.meetup.com, thepinksofa.com, verynudlesbians.com, w4wpassions.com, woman2womanpersonals.com, womanline.com, women-seeking-women.biz, wowwomen.com. Chapter 4. A Dance Cruise Guide. Dance Cruises Info. Older widowed women go on dance cruises to dance with male hosts. ballroomdancecruise.com, cruisewomen.com, dance-today.com/cruise.html, dancingoverthesevenseas.com, dosadoo.com/clubs/gs/default.htm, Square Dance Cruises Incorporated, dynamictravel.com/europe.htm, Cowboys County Dance Cruise, folkdankyinthewater.org, globaldancedirectory.com, paragontravel.com/ballroomdancingcruise, solotravelers.com/ballroomdancingghosted, theworkingvacation.com, they place gentlemen hosts on cruise ships, tozawidhertz.com/dance_hosts.htm, they need gentlemen hosts, Marriage Keepers Cruises, 800-677-4858, marriagecruises.com, gentlemen hosts. If you're a man and want to be a gentleman host on a cruise ship, contact the following companies. Some might charge a low, reduced fee for staying on the cruise ship, some give you free passage and some might even pay you. Alaska-summer-jobs.com/cruise_line_jobs.htm, allegrodancestudio.com/dancehost.htm, dance host training for the cruise industry. cruisediva.com/gentleman_hosts.htm, cruiselinecareers.com/cruise_ship_positions.html, cruisemates.com, cruisemates.com/article/single/hosts.cfm, cruiseshipjob.com/dancehost.htm danceafloat.com/roll_of_gentleman_dance_host.html dazzlyhourdates.com/article/try_dancing.htm ecruiseshipjobs.com/faq.htm en.wikipedia.org/wiki/cruise_ship_dance_host jobmonkey.com/cruise/html/gentleman_hosts.html mustcruise.com/cruise_info/seniors.html northwestchristianconnections.com/entertainment-1/gentleman_host smallshipcruises.com/theme/dancehost's.html smartertravel.com/travel-advice/cruise-less-dance-host.html?id =14308 theworkingvacation.com tozawidhertz.com/dance_hosts.htm they need gentlemen hosts. Gentleman Host Club. Working Vacation Incorporated. 610 Pine Grove Court, New Lenox, Illinois 60451. theworkingvacation.com. If you're a sociable senior man, you can go on cruises almost free to mix it up with the widows. Single women dance cruises. These companies look for older men who like to dance, then provide them with free or near free cruises in exchange for being hosts, dancing with all the single, mostly older women there. Many are widowed, some divorced. Their job is to dance with a different woman every dance. 54nsdc.com, Square Dance. ballroomdancecruise.com/dancers.htm cruisewomen.com dancefun.com dance-today.com/cruise.html dancingoverthe7seas.com dcdankinet.com/dancecamps dosadoo.com/clubs/gs/default.htm Square Dance Cruises Incorporated dynamictravel.com/europe.htm Cowboys County Dance Cruise folkdankyinthewater.org globaldancedirectory.com highonadventure.com hollandamerica.com/onboard/single.do hustlecruise.com laketahoetours.net metronomedancecenter.com paragontravel.com/ballroomdancingcruise salsacrazy.com/travel solotravelers.com/ballroomdancingghosted squaredancing.com theworkingvacation.com/text/dancing_at_c.htm usaswingnet.com Ballroom Dancers Without Partners Cruises Miami, Florida 33125 800-778-7953 Merry Widow Dance Cruises 1515 N West Shore Boulevard Tampa, Florida 33607 800-374-2689 For widows, men hosts there.